Child technology, baby. Hey, baby. Happy Wednesday. We're on a little early this week. Welcome to Mission for Mental Health. I am your host, Jackie Robinson. That light is bright, ain't it? Well, y'all got to get back on my job because, when you slack on when you don't use it, you lose it, right? That's a true fact. And I hadn't been on in a while and look like I'm trying to lose it a little bit. So I'm trying to get my stuff back together. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Mission for Mental Health. I'm your host, Jackie Robinson. I just wanted to come on today because it is May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And this is the time where everyone is out talking and advocating and speaking on mental health and mental illness and things like that. And I was like, I cannot let this month go by without jumping on here and saying anything to anyone about anything, because this is my platform and this is what I do. And I miss talking to y'all. And so I just wanted to do a checkup. We're 5 months into, to 2024. It's almost Christmas, y'all. It's almost Christmas. You know what that means. It's almost time for me to put these trees up again. I just took them trees down. So we're almost at the halfway point of the year. And I'm like, you know what? We need to do a check-in. And really, to be honest, this show today really is for me. This is really a checkup for me because I've been checking with my mental health. Like, I'm just going to be honest and transparent and keep it 100 and not like this glare on my forehead. Hold on one second. Let me move this camera back just a tad. I mean, this light back a tad bit. I'm showing up right, y'all. And it's still light outside. And yeah, I guess I should have took care of that before. I was just trying to get some notes and some things together. I'm still bright, but I'm not as bright as I was. So, I just really this episode right here is really for me because I am the kind of person who presents well. I present like I am 100. I got everything together. I present like nothing bothers me. I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing about something. I present like everything is all good, even when it's not. And I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I just know that's just how I roll. And so, so to be honest, I'm not 100% well. And I have just been floating through this life and just floating through day to day, just not fronting like I'm well, but kind of not dealing with what is not making me better for my mental health. So I was like, let me just jump on here and talk to folks. I got on a little hour early, and the only reason why I'm going to be honest, the only reason why I'm on an hour early this week is because the NFL tickets come out tonight, and I'm going to Vegas. And I gotta be able to make sure I got a seat in the Allegiant Stadium. So that's why we're an hour early. Because at 8:00, I got to get ready and get my car ready and get me some tickets so I can get on go to Allegiant Stadium for the game. So I came on an hour early, but I came on to really just talk about my mental health and things that are going on with me. And I don't know, maybe you all can resonate with me. I don't know. I haven't been on in a while, so I don't even know who's watching. I have absolutely no idea. Drop a comment if you on there, so I at least say hey. But to be transparent, I am not well. I have developed I call every illness what started with like how you say the gout and the this. So the anxiety is really fucking me up, y'all. It's like, it is so bad. The anxiety is so bad that it is affecting my day to day. I struggle drinking water. I struggle swallowing. I struggle with all this stuff. And I know it's nothing but anxiety, because the only time it really affects me is when I start thinking about things that are going on in my life that I cannot control. And I am a woman of faith, but I also am a human and feel I want to control certain aspects of my life that I just cannot control. And so the anxiety, y'all, is weighing heavy on me. I have not talked to my therapist in a very long time. So I need a new therapist. I started looking on my insurance, looking through, I got that Kaiser. And so, I started looking for somebody, but I haven't found anyone yet. And I don't know if it's necessarily that I just haven't found anybody. It's just that I don't know. I need to find somebody. I really do. I need to acknowledge that I do need to just, I look at their pictures and I see if they can, relate. I look at their pictures and I read their bio and I see if they can relate to me. And one time I did call one lady. I went back to Open Path. I called this lady and she was late on our appointment. And she didn't send me a text. She didn't send me a message. She didn't send anything. So I cut her off. And I'm late to everything, but because I felt like you didn't acknowledge me and what I got going on, and you were late, and the excuse that you gave me that you were late just didn't work with me. I wasn't feeling that. I was like, this lady forgot or she overslept. And instead of just saying I forgot and I overslept or whatever, the excuse that she used was something that, y'all like this, London did my hair. I didn't like the excuse, so I never called her. And she might be a great therapist. Everybody be life and life be lifing. But for me, that was like a no for me. The second person, she seemed like she was going to be pretty good. But the problem with her that I had was, like, I want to address some of my history, and it looks like the therapy treatment that they want to use is more solution based. Like, I just want to deal with what's going on right now. Whereas I kind of want to learn a little bit as to why I'm behaving the way I'm behaving, or I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So that kind of, so anyway, I just been dealing with me the best way I know how. And, I ain't gonna boohoo cry on y'all. I mean, I feel like crying a little bit, but I just been dealing with me the best way that I think I know how to deal with me. And I don't know if it's right, wrong. would tell you this though, it ain't working, because like I said, the anxiety has increased so much that, I'm not too sure what to do. Am I suicidal or anything? No, I'm not feeling like that. The depression, so I label myself as an introvert extrovert, which means I can sit in this room and be in this room all day, every day, if somebody will let me. But I don't have no issue with that. Like, I can sit at home, I can be at home. I'm okay with being by myself. It doesn't bother me. I could be in the bed all day, the whole nine. But the extrovert part of me is, when I'm in the building, y'all know I'm there. I'm like the loudest one in there. You can't walk around with red hair and don't be the loudest one up in that piece. So, I don't know if I'm trying to force myself to go outside to do things. And I didn't used to have to really do stuff like that. I would just go. So I'm trying to force myself to do more or whatever, and not just say no all the time. Now, I do work a lot. I will say that I work a lot. That's just what it is right now. I'm trying to pay off this debt by December, so I am working a lot. But I noticed that, I'm not okay. And so I figured I'd come in and talk to y'all. So I pulled up some slides, and y'all ain't never did that before. 4 things likely affecting your mental health, and 4 things that you can do about it. So, like I said, this episode right here, I think, was for me, just so I can come on, and I don't know. I'm just sharing. I don't know if anyone else is feeling the way I'm feeling. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. But I felt like this was for me, and maybe what is going on with me will help you. That's the goal. That's what the show's about anyway. I am dedicating my time back to my podcast. I have been neglecting it, not because I don't want to do it, but I've been neglecting it because I've been working so much that I just had not been doing it. So I am back doing it every other Wednesday. Every week, I will try to put something out because I found that I can pre-record. So I need to do a little bit more and get more engaging with you all, because I miss doing this. And when you're not following the path that God put out for you, things don't go the way you want them to. So I need to get back to that. And I've said it before, and now I'm saying it again, and I'm doing it again. So four things likely affecting your mental health and 4 things you can do about it. So current events, so things that are happening like within your family, within your life. I have quite a few people in my circle who have experienced loss, like close loss, like husbands, children. And I know those events have to affect your mental health. Mother, I went to a friend of mine's mother's funeral a couple weeks ago. Was it last week? A couple weeks ago, somewhere in there. And even though she was older, and even though she was sick, it was still a great loss for them, and they still are mourning this because they're just missing that person. Things that are like other current events, like things that are happening, with all these shootings that are happening out here, you tend to sometimes personalize these things, even though it is not your family member. But we see it on the news so much that you think like, oh my God, that could be my child. Like this airman that was killed in Florida. Just, I don't know all the background behind it, but looking a little strange to me. I saw the girlfriend on the news, and yeah, that one looks a little hard. So just things that are happening around us, current life events, current situations that can have an effect on your mental health. It says a 2022 study found that 73% of American adults reported being overwhelmed by the number of crises going on in the world. And I wouldn't just say that's just world crisis. I would say that's some personal events too. Watching these protests, watching what's going on, the election, just that alone is a stressor that can affect your mental health. Loneliness. It says that a recent survey data showed that more than half of U.S. adults, that's 58%, are lonely. With those who are, there's a lot of contributing factors that can make people lonely, like low income, when you just don't have the means. You're missing out on your parents, or your children are gone off, getting ready to go off to college, and you're going to be an empty nester, thinking about things like that. Your house is empty. You've been mama managing all these years, and all of a sudden, boom, you're by yourself. Divorce, there's a lot of things that can go on when you're living in areas where you don't have a lot of resources, so you're not able to connect with a lot of people. Things like that can create loneliness. And it also says that I'm just going to read this little part right here. It says recent survey data show that more than half of U.S. adults are lonely. with those who are low income, young adults, parents, part of an underrepresented racial group, or living with a mental health condition experiencing even higher rates of loneliness. Loneliness can increase the risk of developing anxiety and depression, which is also associated with psychosis and dementia. I noticed when my daughter, prior to her developing psychosis, she was a loner. She was doing everything by herself. She created an environment for herself that was just only about her. She did not want to hang out with anybody, any of us. She didn't have any girlfriends anymore. She had girlfriends all through high school, but she didn't want to have friends anymore. She created this lonely bubble for herself. They said that, her dad went to visit her last week, and they said that she spends a lot of time by herself. She does not associate with any of the other inmates. She spends a lot of time in her room. So she's still in that phase of where she's keeping to herself, and it has to be lonely, I'm gonna move on. Technology. Y'all know technology is like a monster. This Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and Indeed and all these little social groups, it can be a great thing because it allows you to connect with people and jobs and recipes and things that you never thought of. But you can connect with family or, friend. You get to see what people look like. But it has a lot of downfalls too. When you are constantly being exposed to bad news, that can affect your mental health. Like I said before, this election stuff, like they came every day. They talking about this election. This shit drive me up the damn wall. It can cause anxiety because you don't know if the person that you want to elect is going to be in office or not, and if this person comes in and it's going to be like this, and if this person comes in it's going to be like that, and you don't know what your future is going to happen for you, and it's just a lot of craziness going on. It says, in fact, almost 60% of young people ages 18 to 25 express considerable worry about the future of the planet. I ain't think nothing about no planet when I was a kid. Like, that was not my thought. The planet? These kids got anxiety over the planet, 18 to 25. And I got some of them running around here now. One is going to be 16 and, 2 that's about to be 25. Yeah, that's just crazy. Social media can cause, they call it FOMO, fear of missing out. It can cause depression, reduce your self-esteem, because you're constantly on here watching these videos of how to get your body snatched and how to lose weight, how I lost weight in 30 days. This is what I ate. This is what I drank. Just all this craziness, watching all these people lose weight and things like that. And if you don't have the means to do all the stuff that they're doing, that can cause depression. Says furthermore, the lines between work and personal time are blurred by working from home, and after hour emails and notifications and phone calls can cause burnout. Working from home, I don't get to work from home full time or anything like that. Because I told you I can easily just, but I can see working from home can cause loneliness. It can cause, anxiety, depression. It can mess with your social skills and things like that, because everything you're doing is right here in your house all day, every day. You're like glued to it because you don't have a choice. So I can see technology being an issue and have an effect on your mental health. Social drives. So I don't really know much about when they say social drivers. They're talking about like not having access to, if you're in areas where you don't have access to healthcare and things like that. We have pretty good healthcare. And we have healthcare systems in Georgia. I should say it like that. Access to resources can also probably affect your mental health. It's getting ready to be summertime. A lot of these kids depend on the meals that they're receiving from school. Some of that's going to get cut off because summertime is coming up. We do have in our county where they will, I think, hopefully they still do it, and you can sign up and they'll still bring them the lunches and things like that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, because my kids are older, but the economy, people are stressing about their money. That can, yeah, that's why I'm out here working the way I'm working, because I'm trying to get out this debt. So, your money, if your money is funny, your mental health is going to be fucked up too. It says research shows a strong connection between worrying about money and mental distress. And for many people, salaries can't seem to keep up with the rising inflation and cost of living expenses. A 2023 Gallup poll found that 42% of Americans are worried that they don't have enough money to pay their normal bills. And that's a fact. Like, yes, a lot of these things, they got things out here where you can hustle to make side money or whatever. Like, I saw a girl, I don't got lazy and I don't like to go to the grocery store anymore. Well, I ain't never liked the grocery store. That's like one of my biggest places I hate to go is to the grocery store. I hate the grocery store. I don't like the grocery store. So I started ordering groceries online. And there was a young lady who came to my house to bring my groceries. And she had her babies in the car, like a new baby and a 2-year-old. And they were like in the back sleep or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, you're out here, with your kids. And she was like, I was telling her, be careful because, folks is crazy or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I'm recently divorced. And so, I have to get out here and make this extra money. And so there are ways for, people to get out here and make this extra money and things like that. But, geez, y'all know, and that can be hard. That can be stressful. Because I've had cases where I've seen people leave a car running and folks jump in and take off and got their kids in the back. I found one actually. One time I found a child where mom had went to the store, ran inside the gas station and left her car running. She wanted to bring her baby in, came back, her car was gone, and her baby was in the back. And I found that baby in a Wayfield parking lot. Yeah, so, that all that can cause stress. But what can you do if the world is weighing on you? There are resources out there. I did put in the chat. Did I put it in the banners? Let me see if I created some banners. One thing you can do is to see, what type of stress you're experiencing, or how your mental health is being affected. You could take a mental health test. That's the link. I put it in the chat. You can copy it. I took it and oh my goodness. So it doesn't diagnose you. You can only be diagnosed by a mental health professional, but it gives you an idea of what you may be experiencing, right? I'm sure people who have psychosis ain't trying to go in here and take this test. But if you are a person that's feeling low or whatever the case may be, go in there and just check it out and see, if you're more on the depressed side, the anxiety side, and see, what kind of tools are available for you. So I do have another slide of where we're going to talk about some resources, but find you a support system. So to me, it is very important to find a support system, whether that is therapy, which I myself definitely have to get back into, because like I said, y'all, I ain't good right now. I think I'm not even gonna say I think I am. I know I'm not. I'm just not dealing with it. I'm just waking up, going to work, living my day, coming home, going to bed, waking up, going to work, living my day. And in my quiet hours is when I really realize it's typically in the middle of the night, because I wake up out of my sleep. Hey, shit ain't going good. Like, you're gonna have to deal with this. I just hadn't been dealing with it. But find a support system. I do have a decent support system. I have girlfriends, I have sorority sisters, I have a man in my life. I have a support system that I have my niece that I can call. I can call my niece. My niece will just sit there and listen. She don't say 2 words. She just, I don't know how she do that, but she don't interject. She don't do nothing. She'll just sit there and talk, let you talk. You know, she's good at that. And so get you a support system, whether it's, you know, church members, you know, like I said, sorority, fraternity, whatever. Get you a group good guy friends, good girlfriends that you can, you know, sit and have some, you know, little margarita with, or whatever the case may be, and you know, support you through what you're going through. I do know, like, if I were to have called Dana, Malika, or Kim, or if I were to reach out to any of my sorority sisters that and told them that I was not well, I know they'd be like jumping on it. They'd be like, okay, bitch, what we doing? What we doing to fix this? Like, you know, so I do have a good support system. Those people are important. I just ain't said nothing to them. Set tech limits and boundaries. So we're referring back to this social media stuff. You got to set boundaries with this thing. One thing you got to, I call it the book of all faces, because y'all know people just put on here what they want us to know. That stuff is not true. Some is true. Like, yeah, some stuff is true. But people ain't posting like their whole life. People ain't posting, you know, yeah, they posted when they went to, you know, Dubai. You know, you see them out there with their little flowy dresses and everything, but they ain't posting about what happened when they got back from Dubai or before they went to Dubai and what was really going on inside their house before they left. Like, they ain't telling us all that stuff, right? They just telling us we was in Dubai and we had a great time. Or, you know, we are watching right now is the time where we're seeing a whole lot of graduations. I love watching graduations. I love seeing these kids or even the adults. I love people accomplishing their goals. I mean, I love seeing that stuff, but we also didn't see what led up to that. Like, I really had to pay for this boy to graduate from high school. Like, I literally had to pay for this kid to go to, you know, classes on the weekend just to get this diploma. Or they ain't share that part. They just showed us the success. So, you know, there are, this is also wedding season coming up, you know, and you know, we're gonna be watching these weddings, and we're gonna be like, damn, I wish that was me. Oh, I wish that was me. But you know, the bride or the groom, they didn't show us all the crap that they went through prior to leading up to this wedding. That maybe we shouldn't have got married, or you know, we just doing it because we didn't already invited everybody, or whatever the case may be. The book of all faces don't tell the whole truth. They only tell what people want us to know. So you got to set limitations on that. Even when it comes to this weight loss thing, this is like a huge freaking thing. This weight loss thing is like a huge. They just dragging Kelly Clarkson's ass through they just dragging her through the dirt because she done told Whoopi that she taking some drugs, some medicine to help her with her weight loss. But damn, y'all didn't like it when she was fat. Now you don't like it that she's skinny. She can't win from losing. You know what I'm saying? But everyone is not in a position where they can take those weight loss drugs, right? And then what I also heard, you could take the weight loss drugs, but you can't do it forever. So you still got to figure out a lifestyle change while you're doing them drugs, because all that's going to happen is once you get off, you're going to blow back up. So don't let it fool you. Don't let the system fool you. You feel me? Change what you can. Just take small steps to change what you can. Y'all, I'm just preaching to myself. Lord Jesus, I'm preaching to my doggone self. Change what you can. There's some things that you can control and some things that you just absolutely cannot control. I'm going to blow that up so I can see. I'm going to read it. With the state of the world, life can feel overwhelming. And as if nothing you do will make a difference. The good news is there are some things you can do. Taking action and advocating for causes important to you can be therapeutic in its own way. Advocacy and action is a form of healing and can be powerful. Knowing you are doing what you can do to make a difference can give you hope for the future. Try getting involved in causes near to you, join advocacy groups, get out and vote, do your part in helping the planet, or stay informed and speak about topics that need support. So I can resonate very well with that statement because when the incident happened with my daughter, I instantly jumped into learning about mental health. And I found that there are a lot of people that are like me. This is one thing that I can change. I can actually try to make a difference the best way I can and advocate for people who are victims of, or not victims, who have family who are just like me, family with or mental health, or you are the person that experiencing mental health, and helping changing the stigma that is attached to mental health and mental illness. I love doing this work. It's definitely not for money because I haven't received $1, not $1. So I don't do it for the money. I do it because it's important, and I do it because I want to help people as much as I can. I do it because I don't want people to experience the hurt and the pain that I experience. I do it so people are not ashamed of their diagnosis. I do it, I do it for y'all, and I do it for me too. Like I said, this episode today is for Jackie, but hopefully it'll help somebody else too. So change what you can. You can't fix everything. You can't fix the world, but the little things that you can do, like one of my girlfriends, Dana, y'all know Dana. She's like my sister. She feeds the homeless. Like that for her, that is rewarding for her. That is knowing that her and her family can do something together and go out there and feed. She gives these people hot food. Like, these people ain't getting no mess. Now, every now and then they might get pizza. It might be a low month. Not that pizza is bad. I'm just saying it's not the healthiest. But this girl, they prepare hot food for these people once a month. So this gives her joy in knowing that I can help some kind of way. So change what you can. Find healthy coping skills. I'm going to read this one too. It can be tempting to ignore your feelings or numb them with substances, but this doesn't help anyone in the long run. Invest some time into figuring out what works best to help you manage your feelings. You may have to try a bunch of things until you find something that works, but it will be worth it. So I got this from the Mental Health of America. This is where all my information came from. This Mental Health of America can give you a list of things that you can do to put in your toolbox to help you cope. They'll give you coping skills. One thing that I started to do is y'all won't believe this, but I actually walk 10,000 steps a day. Thank you, Lady and Son. Change what you can is a powerful statement. I actually walk 10,000 steps a day. If I can't get 10, I try to get as close as I can to the 10. So I'm trying to so I found that when I'm outside walking, I walk the neighborhood when I need to do it quick. But I found that when I leave this neighborhood and I go to a park and walk, I actually got this from Disruptive Minds, Jerome, going outside and walking. He's been on the show before. And it gives me I get fresh air. I get, it's the fresh air. It's the clarity. I think clearer. And I started losing weight just off of walking these 10,000 steps a day. And if I can't do 10, like I said, I try to get extremely close to it as much as I can. Some other things I try to do is work on some of my eating habits and things like that. So you got to find a healthy coping skill. I love me some wine and stuff like that. But I also noticed since I've been trying to look more at my health as far as physical health. I ain't talking about mental health. I'm not drinking as much as I used to. It's hard for me to really just drink. And some of that is probably my anxiety too. But I'm trying to find, healthy things to do to make my anxiety better and my mental health more clearer and better and function better. So find healthy coping skills. Some people like to, like, I notice there's some coloring books, these grown people coloring books, like grown people coloring books. I've never used them, but I heard some people say it is therapeutic. So, you know, that's a healthy coping skill that you can do. There's a lot of things. There's a list of things that you can do. You just got to find them and do what's best for you. And I need to do the same. I need to find things that works best for me. So building your coping toolbox. You got to, Lord Jesus, if I don't stop emphasizing to myself, it's just funny. Everyone goes through periods of hardship and stress, and it's important to take care of yourself and have tools on standby, tools to use when things get rough. So a coping toolbox is a collective thing of skills and techniques and items that you use when you start to feel anxious and distressed. And what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. But it's important to have something. You got to have something. So if you're starting from scratch, here's some ideas, some mood boosters. Read a story of someone you admire. Watch funny YouTube. Now, I'll be on that little TikTok. That stuff is funny to me. It does boost my mood sometimes because that stuff is so hilarious. Affirmations are important. You have to affirm yourself. Trust if don't nobody say that you fine, at least tell yourself that you fine. You ain't got to wait on anybody to affirm you. Do some positive affirmations. Play with your animals. Yeah, all us running around here with these little barking dogs. You play with them dogs, you know, they can kind of boost you up some too. They are people carry them as those animal support things, you know. So just you got to find some things to boost your mood. Call one of your girlfriends, or you know, go out to, you know, go to the mall or whatever. Just find something to boost your mood. Address your basic needs. One thing I love to do is sit in the tub. I'm not. My mother raised us to sit in the tub every day, so I've never been one for the shower. Plus, y'all know I can't swim. Once that water hit my face, y'all know it's a done deal. So I run a bath every single morning, or in the evening. Like I love to sit in the tub. But address your basic needs. Try to eat a healthy snack. You know, drink water. Brush your teeth. Well, I think that's just part of it. That's just regular hygiene. But anyway, this is what they said on here. It's part of your toolbox. Brush your teeth. Take a nap. Now, power naps help a lot, especially with the way I've been working. I got to get me a power nap in so I can, you know, function throughout the day. When I'm too tired, I'm a bitch. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Process your feelings. You can draw how you feel. You can journal. You cry, vent. You know, sometimes just hashing out all that. Like I said, I got that. My niece of mine, she will let you vent all day and won't say 2 words. And guess what? She won't even tell nobody because she keeps secret. You got a secret? Tell her, because she ain't telling nobody. But and I'm talking about my oldest niece, not the youngest one. The youngest one tell everything. But that oldest niece, she don't tell shit. I'm just saying, you know, get that stuff out. Find someone to call and just say, hey, I just need to I don't need you to say 2 words. I want no advice. I don't want anything. All I want to do is talk shit, and I just want you to listen. Sometimes, you know, that helps. So what you got to do is you got to build your coping toolbox. Volunteer. Like I told you about my girlfriend, Dana. She has her own nonprofit. So, you know, I'm sure she will love your help. Come and volunteer with her. I volunteer with the sorority. I enjoy doing that. Help a stranger. Do something nice for someone you don't know. Do you know smiling at somebody? There's this thing going around social media on Instagram where this girl is walking up to men in Walmart and she's saying, "Hey, baby, hey, how you doing? You know, you too handsome not to be smiling." And oh my God, these men just light up. It's young men, old men, middle-aged men. It's um, you know, the most clean cut to not to. It's just she's just randomly walking up to men and just telling them that they look too good not to be smiling. And oh my God, it just brightens their day. So I'm saying share a smile. One thing you notice about people when you smile at people, um, they smile back and it brightens other people's day. So you just gotta find ways to like build up your toolbox. And of course, hobbies, you know, create some hobbies. Do I got some hobbies? My hobbies is dangerous though, because my hobbies is shopping. I love to be on that online shop. I don't know who created that. But that is one thing I love to do. Um, Problem solving, make a list of potential solutions to some of your problems. Um, that helps too. Bouncing ideas off of people to help deal with some of your problems can help. That's if they're, you know, if they're not trying to be in the Debbie Down position that you're in. You get what I'm saying? You know which people you can bounce stuff off, problem solving idea. Relaxation exercise. Like I told you all about walking. Like it's something about getting outside and walking that does it for me. You can read a book. You can listen to music. And when I walk, you best believe I'm listening to Usher Coming Home. I like know the words to the songs and everything because I'm loving me some Usher. You know, y'all know me and Usher go together. And of course, I'm rocking his new shit. I love me some Usher, but find you some relaxation exercises. He like to skate. If y'all skate, I got to relearn how to skate. I haven't skated so long. The last time I skated, I fell. It was rough. It was ugly. It wasn't cute. Everybody was in my face trying to give me. It was terrible. But yeah, unplug yourself. Like sometimes you have to detach from the world. That can be part of your toolbox. Ask for help. Text a friend, ask someone to just sit with you. Don't say nothing, just sit. Don't ask me because I'm going to say something because I'm going to be like, y'all want to have a glass of wine? Which one do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say something. Call a family member, call a friend you haven't talked to recently. I recently talked to a lady who she had been on my mind and she called me before I called her. We went through breast cancer treatment together. She's a lot older than me. And she just kept saying I was on her mind. I talked to her for an hour today. So it felt good to speak with her. Let's see, what else can you do? Child, I'm trying to do this without these glasses on. So you can call a warm line. A warm line is someone that you can kind of like the crisis line a little bit or something like that. Someone that doesn't know you, you don't know them, and you just want to just ask for help and talk through some things with someone who you feel is not going to judge you or anything like that. Meditation, yoga. There's a lot of things out here, y'all. There's no reason why all of us are suffering. We don't have to be. We ain't got to be going through all this stuff. Like we really can. We really can work through what we're going through. And so let me just put this note out here. If you're still feeling sad and worried, you might be showing signs that are a little more severe. And you can always call the crisis line. Let me put that up for you guys so you can see that. So if you're taking steps to make yourself feel better and you still feel like you're struggling, you could take the mental health test. I told you all about that. The link is in the comments. You take the mental health test and it can just kind of give you an idea of maybe what's going on, but then you got to work past that. If you are in a crisis, If you're in a crisis, help is always available. You can text 988. You can do the chat line, 988lifeline.org. You can also reach the crisis text line by texting hello to 741-741. There's help out here, y'all. We ain't got to be suffering. Like we ain't got to be going through all this stuff. I like this statement right here where it says, if you still feel sad, worried, or scared after trying to help yourself, you might be showing signs of anxiety and depression. You got to address that, because one thing about it is it doesn't just go away on its own. It's something that you need to work through. And if it's not addressed, it can lead to something further that it can lead to behavior, for one, that you really wasn't trying to be a part of or trying to deal with, or it can lead to it can just get bad. It can lead to suicidal thoughts, to where you feel like you don't want to be here. The anxiety can become so severe that you can't function day to day. So, when it's small, like when we're in the part where we are right here, y'all, where I'm just venting to you guys and just telling you that, that I'm not good. I'm good, but I'm not good. What does Usher say? We ain't good, but we still good. We ain't good, but we still good. So, like, I'm not good, but I'm still good. Like, I'm not so far on the end to where I can't bring it back. But I do know that the things that I'm struggling with right now, I know that they're here and I need to address them. And I guess when I follow back up with you guys, I guess y'all going to hold me accountable now that I'm put it out here on Facebook and YouTube world, to really try to address what's going on with me and just give me some more, I see that the tools are there, but just have this person to talk to that I don't know, and get some of their tools, because they got them techniques, tapping techniques and cognitive behavioral therapy, these breathing techniques, and then there's things here, and I got insurance. Ain't no reason why. But I just wanted to, come on. It is May, and May is mental health awareness month. So I wanted to come on here to see, are y'all good? Sit back and ask yourself, are you good? And if you're not, what are you going to do to make yourself good? If you're not good, what are you going to do to make yourself not to be good? If your blood pressure was high, you're going to do something to make sure your blood pressure is good. If you got headaches, you're going to do something to make sure you don't have these headaches. So you got to do something to make sure that you're good. Okay. I'm here, y'all. I'm here for the chat. I'm here to talk. I'm here. I'm here. If anybody needs me, y'all know you can reach out to me anytime. And I feel like I got my circle, and they extend that same offer to me as well. So don't be ashamed. Let's do this together. Thank you guys for tuning in. My episodes about to kick back up. I'm looking for guests. Y'all know what it is. I'm looking for guests. If you have a story to share that you think that can resonate with the world, that you can offer some help in some kind of way, you have a mental health story to share, hey, reach out to me. You can email me, text me, call me, inbox me, do whatever it is you need to do, but reach out to your girl. You feel what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm always looking for guests. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mission for Mental Health. And I think one of them is Mission for Mental Health 1. I think that's my personal one. You got to ask me to get in there. Always remember, please like and share. If you watch today, or if you rewatch, put in the chat that you rewatched, and do me a favor and please hit the like button. Please hit that like button for me. You feel me? I need all that. There we go. Hit the like button. I need all that, because we are going to build. We are going to grow. This thing is going to grow. God put me out here for a reason. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure that part out, but I'm assuming that it is, he didn't want me to walk around with red hair and this big personality and not be able to help anybody. Okay. So I will see y'all next week. Y'all enjoy your week, and I will talk to you later. And thank you for watching. And this is where I say bye-bye.